he goes jumping in. Amazing round. Great hat-trick from Taz.
He clashes in and casts the ultimate. Then a 20 health left. Oh, no, super flash. The shield clutch.
Oh, a blink into all those units. An amazing defense. Champion of the Intel Extreme Masters.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters Season 6 Global Challenge here, live from Kiev in the Ukraine. It is finals day, everyone. There they are. They've finally woken up.
They got progressively louder there.
They did. That was very good. We'll try more of that as we go along. Okay, so it's finals day. What have we got in store for us, Joe?
Well, basically, only awesomeness. That's what we've got in store for you today. Starting on stage here from the Cybersport Arena will be the Counter-Strike 1.6 final. Is there any Counter-Strike fans here in Kiev?
No.
They probably don't understand my English.
No.
My thick Yorkshire
accent. I
struggle.
You
could try it in your posh southern accent.
My posh accent,
okay.
Go on, have a go. So Counter-Strike is first up, and we have the small matter of Navi versus SK Gaming. Yes, I didn't think they were going to get quite as much support. It is hometown soil for the Ukrainians, after all. Don't forget as well, not just Counter-Strike today, we've got other stuff coming up with League of Legends.
Yeah, we're going to be moving to the League of Legends final afterwards, which is going to be another dream final. TSM taking on Moscow 5. Russia versus North America.
It's Rocky 4 all over again.
It's a big one. There's been a lot of fight through League of Legends, and then finally we'll be moving on to the StarCraft 2 final. Over on the other stream, by the way, you don't want to miss that. There will be the two StarCraft 2 semi-finals, plus a third place game before that. But first of all, we're going to be focusing on Counter-Strike 1.6.
Absolutely we are. So it's SK Gaming versus Navi for the first big title of 2012. And who better to talk to the players and get the first feelings of how they're going to do today than the man himself? It is, of course, Carmack. Oh, yeah. He's going to be interviewing Get Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we were going to give it over to them. So anyway, let's give it up for Carmack. Let's hear a little bit of noise for Carmack.
On February 6th, 2012, the Intel Extreme Masters conquers new ground. After 6 years of pro gaming action, we're going to South America for the very first time. Sao Paulo, Brazil will be the 5th stop on this year's IEM circuit, and it's going to be a mecca for StarCraft fans. 16 of the world's best players will be battling out in a StarCraft-only tournament, fighting for $21,000 in prizes, the Brazilian crown, and of course, the final spot in the World Championships in Hanover. So be sure to come to Sao Paulo Campus Party or to tune in live on February 6th to the streams at ESL.tv.
I'm joined here on the couch with one of the biggest stars on SK Gaming and in the CS world in general, Get Right, Christopher Allison from SK Gaming, and Mr. Alexander Kochanowski, the manager of Team Navi, one of the, basically the 6th player on the Navi team, one could call him. Chris, let's start off. This is the first big final you play in 2012. Could this have been a better opponent for you, considering the place, considering the tournament?
We've always been aiming toward this final because somehow we always knew back in our head that if Fnatic and Navi is going to play off in the semifinals, I was pretty sure that Navi is going to win that final because they're on home soil and the fans are cheering for them and so on. So let us get another challenge, a big challenge, and play them on the home soil against the fans and against the team. So this is a dream final for 2012, at this moment at least.
How have you guys spent last night in preparation for the game?
Sitting in a room for 8 hours and watching demos on them.
Is there any player on Team Navi that could match you individually for skill?
Oh, you mean me? I think actually I'm a really bad player, so you cannot really ask that question to me. I don't have any self-confidence, that's the thing. I just play my game and hope for the best.
Actually, Face, I interviewed earlier, he said a dream final for him would be Fnatic. Is that the same case for you?
I mean, if it would be in Sweden, I think I would say that. But now we're in Ukraine and we're in Kiev and we're in the Cyber Arena and so on, and I've been playing Navi before here and played a good matches here as well, so this is, for me at least, a dream final.
Is the home advantage an actual advantage?
I don't know really, let's see. That's the only question I can give you or answer, I mean.
Thank you. Alexander, according to Red Eye's well-prepared statistics, the last 13 matches those two teams have played, 1 draw, 7 defeats for your team, 5 victories, you're two games behind. Would it be safe to say that SK Gaming today, before this final, are the favorite of the tournament?
Oh, I think like it's half-half here, because as Chris said, the home ground, it's really the great chance for us to win this game. But our performance in Cyber Arena is not so good so far, because like we lost 2 major tournaments here. It was like the last year Intel Extreme Masters and the MCI beat it, both to Fnatic in semifinals. Right now we advanced to the final, and I think our chances are pretty decent.
The chances are pretty decent. As you've said, you haven't won a title in a really long time. How important is it to you guys that you're playing SK Gaming in the final and you're able to make potentially such a big statement? How important is this for you?
Oh, I think like when you're in the final, it doesn't matter who you're facing. Same as SK, they want to win, same with us. So it's, yes, if we will win, it will be like right now 7-7, 7-7, so it will be draw.
7-6 by my count, but
7-6. Oh, yeah, I mean like, okay, it will be 2-1. It doesn't matter really. So I think it's not so important. They're a very strong team, they prepared well, and I think after the change lineup, they're really aggressive, and they changed a lot. We also changed the team captain. Right now Starux is in-game leader. He's calling, also Zeus is helping. So we have like some sort of not only one man taking a decision. We have like the discussion before taking like the tactics. So I think it will be like the small advantage here, because the overall performance of the players will be higher.
anything you want to say in Ukrainian or Russian to the camera?
Что болейте за нас и за них тоже.
Thank you very much. Good luck, and yeah, he basically said to cheer for both Navi and SK Gaming, but I think I know what side the crowd is taking. So this was it from the participants of the final. I'm going to give it back to Dusty and Red Eye.
Thanks very much, Red Eye. And just a quick point there, when we were on stage, I felt like I was a little bit underdressed, so I have adapted my scarf to be somewhat more tie-like to fit in with Mr. Let's Suit Up and not tell anyone that we're going to do it.
Hey,
so everyone else looks
drill.
bad, Red Eye.
You know the drill by now. How many times do I do this? Every time we go away, we go to a finals, and I always do it. I put a time for the
they've
final.
got Dusty in there again on the bottom.
And they've got CS 1.6 expert for me again. I've been trolled as well.
Actually, no, your Twitter thing doesn't fit into the into it.
Nice, is it?
So we actually got it when we were up on stage anyway. But yeah, the grand final coming your way. I'm going to have to stop this.
That's excessive, isn't it? Yeah, so I did suit up. I wasn't going to. I was kind of like, shall I do it? And then, as someone rightly pointed out to me on Twitter, there would probably be a story at the top of hltv.org. Oh my God, shock, horror, Red Eye doesn't wear tie on finals day. I think that's probably a bit excessive, to be honest. But anyway, we have suited up, and as you've said, challenge accepted. Barney tie's in place. It's
looking
sort
good.
of an Intel ESM thing. I've sold my soul to the devil, and we're ready to rock and rumble in the final.
We are indeed. I am so excited to get this game underway. Navi versus SK Gaming. Two teams who, you know, have had their good parts, they've had their bad parts, but right now this tournament, both of them are absolutely on fire.
Yeah,
it's obviously going to be a best of three in the final. We're going to be starting out on Inferno, which I think is a great platform to launch us into a great game.
It is. I mean, I've put a load of stats up. If you haven't already seen, I do prep for games. So if you want to go along to hltv.org, go into the forum right now. There's a thread in there. It's titled SK Na'Vi Stats for the Final. That will give you the breakdown of the last 13 or so maps that these two teams have played on LAN. And as you can see, head-to-head, the best map, as far as SK Gaming are concerned, is Nuke. They've won all 3 games in the last 12 months against Na'Vi. The only real map they've got an advantage on is actually Train, believe it or not. So Na'Vi actually having the advantage on Train. The rest of the maps, all SK apart from Tuscan, which they've only played once anyway. So, you know, you heard the guys out there. I hate this coin flip thing, but it really is a bit of a coin flip today. If you look at their ratings through this tournament on their own, 1.14 for Na'Vi, 1.14 for SK Gaming. Also look at the personal stats as well. Get right at the top of that ladder right now with 1.37. But it alternates all the way down. So you have an SK player, then you have a Na'Vi player, then an SK player, then a Na'Vi player. The only thing I can pick out of that is that 5 SK Gaming players are in the top 15, only 3 from Na'Vi. And so really, what we've got to see today, if Na'Vi want to win this, is we've got to see their weaker players step up to the level that their other teammates are doing, and one of those is Senior. So we've got to see a bit more from him today if Na'Vi want to triumph on home soil.
Yeah, and I'm really struggling to find a winner, if you want to say that, a prediction for this game. We actually had a little bit of a bet between the crew, which
but I haven't bet online. I'm not losing any more money this weekend.
That's it's not always a bad thing, is it? When you've had already a bit of a bad time with that, anyway. So yeah, first map, Inferno. Train will be map number 2, and map number 3, should we need it, of course, will be none other than Dust 2. Not Tuscan.
Yeah, Dust 2, where
I was reading
have a slight advantage, having played it 3 times, won twice, but only a +7 round difference, so really it's anyone's business. These 2 times, as we said, the 2 teams have met 13 times on maps over the last 12 months. 7-5 is the head-to-head, with 1 draw in favour of SK Gaming. And if you look through it, there's some notes here that I've made on some of the things that they sort of match up with. Na'Vi, as we said earlier, are stronger on Train. SK dominate on 3 of the 4 maps. They've never played Forge or Mirage. That's going to carry on here as well. They have gone to overtime twice in the past as well in the last 12 months. Both of them winning 1 each on Train and Inferno. So, you know, if the stats can say anything, what they do say to me is that we've got a very, very even match.
A very even match, and that's what you need coming into a grand final. We've seen such great action so far in the Counter-Strike 1.6 tournament. We've had so many viewers online. The threads over on hltv.org for each match had over 1,000 comments apiece, actually, yesterday when we were looking at those semi-finals. So everything is set up for this to be one of those classic encounters, which hopefully we're all going to remember for a long time to come. Agreed,
yep. If you want to follow us, do so on Twitter, at Paul Challoner, all one word, and at
your name.
Joe, I know, Joe_Miller. I was thinking of you. We also still need a name for this guy. I've come up with Joe the Tie Miller today because of the tie. Not particularly great. You guys have started a thread on hltv.org. It's already got 200 comments on it. We'll look through that when we get a few minutes in between the maps as well. So if you want to have a bit of fun with that, feel free. Make sure your dream team's up to date. You've got no more chances with that one either. And a personal message from me, really, just enjoy this final, because I've got a feeling it's like a little butterfly feeling I've got in my stomach. This is going to be very special.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, you saw there probably on stage when we did the introduction to the day, we do have once again the MVP vote for the most valuable player, as it stands for. You have to go over to intelextrememasters.com there, and you can check it all out there. The players that have actually been nominated, it's on the front page, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem.
Don't forget as well, ESL-world.net, or if you want to do it, intelextrememasters.com. It's much easier as far as I'm concerned. Either one will get you to the same place. Lots of great content on there this week. I'm not kidding. There's some really fantastic stuff, some really cool videos, fantastic match write-ups, brilliant stuff from the team here at ESL. Have put together all the content over at ESL World. So make sure you go and check out that. And as Joe's already said, you can vote for the MVP. And also the Sick Nerd Baller if you want. And the I Carried Kiev vote if that's what takes your fancy.
Yeah, and one other thing, you know, Counter-Strike 1.6, there's so much talk. With so much talk about it, and, you know, is the game going downhill, is it going uphill and all this? But you guys can actually prove people wrong if you, get yourselves on Twitter, retweet what the Intel EM Twitter is doing, talk about it on the social media sites on Facebook, facebook.com/IEM TV. Just show that Counter-Strike 1.6 still has an amazing community, which I know, Red Eye knows, but some people out there apparently forgot about.
Yeah,
but we certainly have an amazing community. And
okay, so what I was also going to talk to you about today was, apart from the suit, thanks for the comments, by the way, on Twitter, I did suit up. If you've not watched How I Met Your Mother, you won't understand that, but if you have, you'll get the reference. Our friends from New Zealand said Joe the Nick Beard Miller.
No.
No, not going to work for him, I'm afraid. What else have we had? Shout out to the boys in NZ. Yeah, we already did that for you guys yesterday. Thank you for tuning in, though. It's nice that we've covered the entire globe here at the Intel Extreme Masters. And if you want to have a chat, just drop us a message on the Twitter. We've also had a number of funny and interesting knife rounds over the last few days. Joe and I
we have a plan for today as well.
We do have a plan, which we're not entirely sure will work, but we'll give it a go. We're going to take up the challenge from someone that came on Twitter yesterday who said that we should try and commentate each kill individually.
That's
so
the plan.
I'll do one, Joe do one, I do one, Joe do one. We'll see how it goes. Ouchie. As you can hear from the crowd, we're about to get underway for the knife round. The hack and slash.
The knife. I'm going to kick this one off. We are going to go for the suggestion of commentating one kill apiece. We're going to see how that one works out. It's all going to be fun. That's the beauty of the knife round. We can have a little bit of fun with it here, as we are going to see both teams go in, attacking each other. No kills as of yet. Starix is down.
Oh, it's Robin coming for the second one.
Delphine gets another one.
Zeus coming in for the third.
It's now a 3 versus 2.
Zeus with another one.
As we see there, Get Right taking out Zeus.
Oh, Get Right gets the double. Terrorists win. SK win the knife round, and it wasn't really that exciting, was it?
No.
I think we might have pulled that off,
It wasn't too bad in terms of the timings. However, we are going to see SK Gaming, as you could probably expect, get themselves on their feet and have a little bit of a huddle with this one. Actually, when we had the, just a small side note, when we had the interview there with Carmack on the couch, Navi sent their manager, which, Zero Gravity is a big face. He is basically their 6th man anyway. And then the rest of the Navi team were already talking about the game. SK saying, get right, and now they've got to do that. Actually, another interesting note, I always talk about Face's beard because I'm pretty sure that's where his power comes from in his game. Today, though, he seems to have transferred it to Forrest's face.
He's loaned it to his buddy. Yeah, he did have a lack of facial hair here, it has to be said, and I think he regretted it when he landed at the airport. I landed with them, and yeah, he was rather cold outside the airport, and I think he regretted having a shave. The Navi boys already set up then. You can see the trophy just in the foreground. The winners' trophy, no less. There are 2nd and 3rd places, which we'll do straight after this game. So don't tune out once we know who the winner is, because we'll have the prize presentation directly after this game. We won't be waiting until the end of the day. The prize checks being handed out along with the trophies, and also the announcement of the Counter-Strike 1.6 MVP directly after this game, so don't tune out.
I have to give a shout out to Tommy Lundsatter on Twitter, because he's been following the whole weekend, and he tells an awesome story when you look back through the tweets. It's like, hey Joe, say hello to Tommy and Andreas in Sweden. We're drinking and watching the game. Hey again, Joe. Tommy and Andreas here again. Getting a bit drunk. Gonna go to a party. Say hello. Joe Miller crashed the interview and say hello. Hey, Tommy and Andreas here again. Hungover this time, though. Make us feel better. He's been watching the whole time and getting and having his fun while he goes. So credit to you, my friend, and to Andreas for
and as we've
staying
before,
around.
Twitter, don't forget to follow the official Intel Extreme Masters account at IntelEM on twitter.com.
So SK going to get themselves sat down, and we should be kicking this one off.
I suppose it's time to throw the gauntlet down. Team winner.
I've said in our little internal company bit, everyone that works for ESL has had a little bit of a bet. We've got a big sheet with everyone. It's just a little game that we like to play for fun. And I said SK for that one. I know Navi have home advantage. They've got the crowd behind them. However, I feel like that can almost work against them as well, because we saw last year when they played on stage, there's lots and lots of pressure. All the fans are cheering for them. So I'm gonna say SK. Judging on the performance of last year, from what we've seen so far in this tournament, I think this is their game.
Okay, well, that's good because I went with Na'Vi. So we're against each other again.
That's good.
A duel to the death.
That's
if
a
you
good
strike me
thing.
down, I shall come back even more powerful than before.
You can see Senya there just, I think, asking for an admin to give him a little bit of help with something. I'm going to clear this up once again because I know that someone is going to be asking this somewhere in the world about the headsets that they're wearing. So they have in-ears, which obviously stick straight in their ear. That's for their in-game sound. They have then the sound-cancelling headphones, the noise-cancelling headphones over the top so that they can't hear the commentary, so that they block out the sounds somewhat of the crowd. I've got a feeling that a little bit's going to be leaking through. And then they also have their normal headsets around their neck, which is for their microphone, so that they can talk to each other, which is why they're literally covered in headsets.
Nice wrap-up, thanks for that. I also want to mention the glasses that Get Right's got on because someone asked me about those. Those are the Gunnar ones that are specially made for pro gamers.
Yeah, indeed. And we are going to get the restarts now. We are going to kick this one. It's Na'Vi versus SK. It is the grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge here in Kiev. And, well, it's going to be an amazing one.
It's going to be epic.
So here we go then, SK Gaming starting off on the CT side. As I mentioned before, Inferno is map number 1, Train map number 2, Dust 2 will be our tiebreaker third map, should we need it. We're going to find that out here in the next couple of hours, I suppose, whether we're going to need that third and final map. Let's take a quick look at the setup. So far, very defensive from both teams. SK have a 3-man stack on Banana, however, that could all change. I wonder if they're going to push straight down Banana once they realise that no one's actually headed their way. The other stack for SK is actually in the middle area there with Get Right and I think it's Forest that's in there. Yeah, Forest is on top of him. So they're going to be waiting out from this side. We can see that Na'Vi actually picking pretty much the most perfect place that they could hit, which is boosting up inside of those apartments. The 2-man stack from SK of Get Right and Forest is on their left-hand side. As we see the peak come out there, Na'Vi are going to work their way out. Grenades come flying in. Only bits of damage done to Na'Vi. No damage taken from the SK Gaming 5 as of yet. Are those 3 men rotating around the side? No, they're actually coming in from the back by the looks of things, as Forest will drop Edward, but we will see another rotation over from Na'Vi. That was just a fake over towards the netted site, and now SK are going to have to rotate themselves in once again. Here we go with a kill. Starix and Edward, of course, are already down. This grenade's going to be big from Robin, and it will get himself too. Faith will finish off, and that was a great retake from SK Gaming. That grenade, you just knew that it was going to catch those 2 low HP players.
Yep, as soon as it left his hand and flew through the smoke, you knew exactly what that was going to do. And good start then for the boys from Sweden. SK opening things up with the first round, and faced with 4 on the board, but obviously 3 from the defuse. So the real strats there for me was the fact that they tried to make 2 go through Arch. And at one point, it looked like Starix was actually going to make that work for them. I thought SK were going to get caught out, but they didn't. They held strong. And a really good retake of that Banana site. So, Deagle for Edward. Don't know if they'll have too many of those with the other players right now, though. Although, actually, there's an AK here, so early buy. That bomb being planted did give them a little bit of cash. 2 AKs amongst them, 3 Deagles. We've seen this before from Na'Vi, and it does pay off for them as well. And I know that SK have spent hours and hours and hours of watching Na'Vi demos overnight, and therefore will be ready and waiting, and they'll have seen this in those demos as well, because we've already seen them do this at this very tournament. And don't forget, these 2 played each other in the group, of course. SK winning 16-12 in that one. Nothing doing so far then. 45 seconds of the round remaining. Does look like they're going to finally commit to this netted site. They've got 2 in mid. One of those is Zeus right now. Arch is being protected, and they've unleashed a little bit of gunfire, and Delpan has taken a little bit of a hit there at Arch. Now the push into big site. 1 down in there already. Starix now moving in with his Deagle in hand. Forest though opens things up. It's Markloff and Edward who pick up a frag apiece. Zeus with the 3rd now. And Na'Vi have a two-man advantage here with a 4 versus 2. With a very slow push into the netted site has worked absolutely perfectly for them. Bomb planted. All the pressure now switches over to Robin and Face is decked by Markelov. Goes down under fire from the AK, and now Robin surely will run away and hide and save that M4, and does pick up a frag on Edward, who was on the hunt. Down mid, he'll get a second, and they don't need to do this, Na'Vi, really, but, well, Starix will come in and finish off, and a little bit of expensive round there, but it doesn't matter, because it's 1-1, and that's the most important thing. They've overturned that early 3-round advantage that you sometimes get with winning the pistols. It's 1-1.
That was literally the worst thing that could have happened to SK Gaming at the start of this game. I suppose losing pistol might not even have been quite as bad as what's going to happen to them now, because that round they did buy out for Masses, a couple of M4s in there. That's now all gone. Navi will be looking to take the lead through this next round. Let's take a quick look at the map itself and see what the setup is for SK. They've got 3 over by the A site, couple over in Banana Bomb site as well. The question is, what are Navi going to do? Playing a perfect anti-eco right now, just waiting, holding back to see if there will be any aggression from SK. However, you can't really see that happening from SK. They're just going to hope that they do get a couple of kills here and there as Navi tried to push into one of these bomb sites. Zeus actually just dropping the bomb there on Banana. We will see the Ukrainians heading up towards this Banana Bomb site. There were 2 defending it earlier. There's the first one. It's an easy kill onto Forest for Zeus. Should be able to hold this site himself. Yep, he's going to take down Face, and now that bomb site is in fact empty. Get Right, Robin and Delpan are the 3 remaining players that will try to get themselves somewhere near this site. Actually, nice work from Robin to get himself 1 kill, but nothing more is going to come in from this one. Robin only got 10 HP, and they both go down to finish the round. Navi will take the lead after losing pistol at 2-1.
Good start from the Ukrainians then. My bet looking better by the round, it has to be said. And Joe's looking rubbish, which is good. Navi chants are already happening in the crowd. We saw that yesterday, although yesterday, it has to be said, it was just one loud 9-year-old who was...
I love that though. I love the fact there's kids so young that are so passionate about our sport. It's so good.
Absolutely right. I've no disagreement from me whatsoever. I was not mocking. It was just it's unusual and it's good. Here we go then, round 4. And Navi will find SK on another save here, but the anti-strat working well so far. They're not going to rush into one of those sites. They might think actually that they might have had a little enough cash to buy, but they haven't. And so Navi just being very cautious here, and rightly so. They've done well early on Inferno in these first 3 rounds, despite losing that pistol, as Joe said. Here we go then. Looks like a Banana attack this time. Markelov is, well, he's right at the back of that. As we see the stack inside that Banana site, it's Forrest who's on the box. He's going to get the first kill. He is. No. Oh, actually, it's Markelov who gets a team kill in there. But he gets 3 in a row. And they all just lined up like little dominoes. And Markelov picks them off as Robin has rotated all the way through mid to the top of Banana here. Might just get himself an exit kill. And that's all that they're going to get. Actually, they're not even going to get that. Edward with the final one. And Navi have a 3-1 lead. But now it's game on. SK need to take this 5th round.
And there is our Navi supporter, the loudest one of the bunch. He's actually got a sign there as well. Yep. I've got no idea what it says apart from the word Navi, to be honest. But I'm sure it's cool.
He's getting them going out there. He's like a cheerleader, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the one that's getting the crowd started.
The skirt.
We'll see how see if he can continue that. I mean, Navi, they don't really need. I guess their fans don't really need much warming up right now because they've lost pistol. They've come straight back into this game. We are seeing an AWP now with SK Gaming. Let's see if Delpan can make his mark on this matchup. Robin is defending B. Let's have a quick look from above. 3 men over by that netted site, and Navi certainly look like they are going to be taking that bomb site as their #1 option. However, Storix watching Banana could call in the rotation. Should he be able to pick anything up there? Robin down to 8 HP. Edward just going to head back to middle, however. I think Navi are pretty set on the fact that they want to come this side. Smokes and flashes are going to go down, and Forrest, what a great position. So aggressive there from Forrest. He got him the 1 kill, quickly brought back as Face will now take over his position here in that CT archway, and he sprayed before Zeus came around the corner. That pre-fire not working out in his favor, as Senya going to blind the men in Big Pit and jump himself out and try and get rid of those men. Starix will drop Get Right. It's a kill in the back for Senya onto Robin. Last man left alive for the Swedes is none other than Delpan. However, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to do anything. In fact, he's going to try and keep a hold of this AWP versus 3. Navi should know that that's an AWP with Delpan, although I don't think he's fired a single shot, to be honest. Markelov going to head around the side. Delpan was actually looking there into the CT spawn, and perfectly timed somehow by Markelov there that Delpan had changed his view and was coming in from the other side. 5 seconds until that bomb explodes. Delpan watching there to short. Oh wow, and he's going to take out Starix without any problem whatsoever. Hides himself behind the box. Are they going to get there? No, not quite. But gun taken through, but it's still a Navi round. 4-1 to the Ukrainians. Great start to Inferno. This is Navi's map choice, by the way. No, it's not. No. That's a lie. This is SK's map choice.
It is SK's map choice. Yeah, so 4-1 Navi lead. Just having a look at the scoreboard right now. Let's just pop that on the screen for you. The thing you'll notice most about this scoreboard is Get Right is 0 for 5 right now after these 5 rounds and hasn't woken from his slumber. As, I don't know about Delpan, it was more like Save Pan last round with that AWP, but he did a good job. At least the slim pickings they did get from that round was to keep that AWP. But they've got a real mess of weaponry right now, but it doesn't matter. Forrest with the FAMAS blasts his way on the balcony, picks off 2. Robin and Face have got themselves a kill each as well, and suddenly we're down to the last man standing, and Get Right gets off the mark. And Navi are downed after a slightly faster push through the carpeted walkway that time round.
Yeah, they got the decent spawns and they decided to get up there as quickly as possible. They know that Get Right has that, that Delpan has that AWP, so it's a good, safe bet to think that he's going to be watching over by Banana or middle maybe, but chances are not from Library. So that netted site, probably the safer idea. Will we see some aggression here from SK? No, it's going to be smokes and flashes going out there, but we won't see them going down towards that alt middle area to try and do some early damage. And there is the AWP from Delpan. If they didn't know it before, now they know that Delpan is the man watching that banana bomb site. He's been, so far, he's hit both shots that we've seen from him in the camera. So we'll see how Delpan really develops his game there with that AWP. Scoreline, of course, is 4 rounds to 2, still in favour of the current Intel Extreme Masters world champions. Actually, they've been the world champion now for 2 years, pretty much, almost, since they are back-to-back winners. The only Counter-Strike team to ever pull that one off here at the Intel Extreme Masters. Zeus is going to take down Face. However, Delpan is still alive, and I want to switch around. Actually, he's rotated away from that site. He's going to leave Robin here to try and clean up this push. However, they are going to put the pressure down. Great grenade rolls in from Markelov. Delpan has now got himself to that CT spawn, but the archway is smoked, and he's going to have to either wait or push around that back side. As he just had a look through the smoke. But still, there's at least 2, I guess, were down there in that archway, which taking a little bit more time to clear out. 15 seconds until that bomb is going to explode. Markelov will go down. There is Edward from the side. He will double up. Can he get 3? Not quite. Zeus will finish off. And that is a round back in the favour of Navi with taking out all 5 men from SK. And that's going to cause them a few money problems now.
So, Navi back in control with a slower push again. They've, out of the 6 rounds other than the pistol, they've had 5 slow and 1 quick, and the quick was the one they lost. Ooh. They may be able to learn something from that.
Look at this.
Hello. Get Right. AWP in hand.
They've took a risk here, SK. A couple of FAMASs with that AWP plus the Deagle. This is a big risk from them.
Let's see how this one works out then. The Navi players doing what they've done when they've won the other 5 rounds. Waiting patiently, not pushing fast. Laying down some spray left, right and centre, but without any effect, just for effect, effectively. sorts of effects in there. Now, Banana. 2, 3 have now joined on the bottom of Banana. We've got actually Senior on the far side of the map on the covered walkway. Markov with Bomb is bottom mid right now. And SK have started to move around a little bit more. They're getting a bit feisty. They think that actually... I think the call has been for Netty because the man from Get Right is actually the man who's got... Well, he went one way, he's now going back the other way. And they've got 4 men now top Banana with Bomb, with Starix as they move in towards that bomb side. It's Zeus that makes the opening kill. The entry is good on face. Get Right though, doesn't land the first shot, that was awful. Give that back to Delpan, lad. Zeus then, picking up a second kill inside that bomb site. They've got 3 down, 2 to find. Forrest and Delpan, the last 2 alive. Delpan now making a retreat here. And has decided to go back to library. Yeah, he has. So Forrest has the FAMAS. And Forrest, well, he's picked up 1 kill. Delpan hasn't picked up anything at all. Forrest again here with another chance to down 1. Zeus picks up his 3rd of the round. That was a very risky strat, Joe, and it didn't pay off at all.
Yeah, and the risk didn't pay off, like you said, and not even in the slightest, actually, which is only a bad thing for SK Gaming. Navi now 6-2. You can see there a little bit of strain on Robin's face. Don't forget, we've seen SK in much worse positions. On Mirage against Moscow 5-12, 3 down at the half-time. Robin told them to not worry about it and just play their game. And that's what they did. They played their game all right. They managed to win that map in the end, coming all the way back in. However, Navi seemed to be on a roll and really in form today. There's the opening strat. Zeus is the man watching Banana. The man that we normally see watching Banana, as Markov is going to get frag number 1 onto Delpan. Don't forget, this is an eco round for SK Gaming, so it should be a 7th round for Navi. However, strange things have already happened in this game early on. So Navi start to work their way in. Ball's being spammed by the Navi guys in this push. Senya playing very cautiously, just edging his way around the corners here as he goes. We'll see Zeus take down 2. Great stuff from Zeus. Senya going to drop himself into Big Pit. He's very aware that there could be someone there. However, there isn't anyone around, and it looks like Navi are just going to clean shop here. And as they switched away from Edward and Zeus, they were the ones that managed to finish things off. 7-2, Navi 1 round away from having themselves a guaranteed lead at the half.
So just take through the scores. Forrest 8-8, Robin 7-7, Face 5-7, Delpan 2-7, Get Right 1-8. And on the other side is Navi with Zeus leading the way. Top man so far, looking for the MVP perhaps. 14-4, Markov 8-4, Edward 8-5, Starix 7-4, and the man we said had to step up, Senior 2-4. Not a good start from SK though. 7-2 down already. And oh, look at this. Get Right getting aggressive this time down mid. Picks up the first one on Markov, and Face and Delpan have got himself a killer piece too. 3-man advantage here. And SK's round to lose as Senior comes to the back of the house. Drops back out to second mid, and now we'll look and see if he can find the man who he traded a few shots with just a moment ago. Edward has bomb in the hand and is also looking at top mid. Robin, well, just firing off into the yonder, as it were, at the bottom of Banana, and Delpan perfectly placed. Headshot into Senior, and now Edward. It's only a 5v1.
The Mistle path to himself. Oh,
1 down, 5 to 5. Not going to happen. Get Right gets his 2nd of the round. And that's a bit more like the SK Gaming that we know and love, isn't it?
That's a bit more like it. However, they lose this one, and again, they're going to find themselves in a bit of trouble. So, you know, this one a super important round once again for SK Gaming. Hopefully, they're able to pick themselves up in this one. Because so far, not looking all that great. But Navi have been so solid so far. Here we go. Nades down heavily. Starix is going to take Robin. That's a great opening kill for Navi. Starix did go down to around about a quarter of his health. In fact, now exactly a quarter of his health, as that grenade just shaves it down to the 25. Zeus again will be the man to hold Banana and make sure that no one creeps around the backside of them. After his successful aggression in the last round, Get Right opened up a little bit more passively this round. Face is now edging his way down Banana. If they really truly have watched 8 hours of demos, they'll know that Zeus is at the end of Banana. That's the position that he pretty much plays every single round. That smoke going to clear. There is Face, and Face is going to get the better of him. Great stuff from SK. But it's still 4 versus 4. Navi's still not chosen a target. Bomb was put down there, as Delpan will drop Markle off as well. I think we're going to see Navi really commit to something here in a moment or two. Delpan and Face are both fairly low. If only Navi knew that they would be pushing right now into this one, but the man advantage is with SK. Here we go, Sydney coming around the side, is going to finish off Face through the wall. Bomb will be planted by Starix, all level now. It's Navi that have the advantage in terms of men still on the board. Forest taking grenade damage, Delpan is fairly low. It's Forest that really has to come up big here for SK, as he tries to work his way around. Not spotting anyone so far. Delpan will be dropped. Here is Forest. Will spray Starix through the box. Lands the headshot in amongst it as well. But it's not going to finish off the round. And Navi will bounce straight back once again in this first map. The first half of the first map to 8-3. And SK in another woeful position.
Man that made a difference that round. Senia with 3 for him in that round, pushes him back up to 5 for 5. And as you can see, Gatright currently the low baller of the map between the two teams is 3 and 9. So he's really got to step it up. But I have to say, I think what Navi are doing, and they've never admitted this, but I did try and push them on this yesterday. Do they concentrate on a particular player? Do they make their strats in such a way that actually means that they don't attack an area that a strong player would be in? And they said no. But this map does seem to have been like that. We don't seem to have seen Gatright in any kind of big firefights, and when he has had a chance to rip up, he has ripped them up. But only really in 2 rounds so far. SK really need to get their point man firing on all cylinders if they're going to be a factor here. 8-3 down, first half, 11 down, 4 to go. Minute remaining, and a bit of a spread by between SK. Couple of FAMAS again. Not sure if I even saw a weapon in the hand of Gatright. And Face with the opening kill gives them the man advantage here. Can they make this one pay? Not with Edward, they can't. He takes out Gatright. I don't think he had a weapon anyway. Edward into the back of that site. Now, at 4 versus 4, remember they were a man down here. Take a little bit of flak through that smoke, and that banana site really has been very effective for them. Their timing has been spot on, their aim has been spot on, their tactics have been spot on. But SK now need to come up with a very big retake. Edward saying no. Forest comes back with a reply though. 2 of them going in through the side here. Markloff is down. Oh, Face! He's taken out Forest on the way through. He's not going to get back into that site, and Markloff cleans house. And Navi stretch their legs again. 9-3.
And there is the man himself. I don't know his name, but
we're going to call him Junior Navi.
It's called Dave, probably.
Rodney.
Maybe not. But that was a really important one for SK. They managed to, buy whatever they could, which was mostly for Masses. Face having a little bit of unlucky times, I guess you could call it, at the end of that one, getting the team kill off. However, they've now been forced back over onto the eco, which is surely not going to be going their way. Only Forest remains in this round. As he peeks down middle, he is going to be picked off by Starix, and that is 10-3. Navi up in the double figures already.
It's a good half. It doesn't matter when it ends now. It's a good half either way.
I agree, totally. 10-3, okay. If it ends 10-5 from this point of view, I think that Navi going to be pretty happy with everything that's happened anyway. There's only one kit again with SK.
They are really low on funds. They need to go and do some investment banking or something. So here we are, kicking things off top mid. The aggression was from Robin. He'd pushed into that second mid, having had a good spawn, but Edward completely and utterly wise to it. Only lost himself 37 health points in the process, and they've got the first kill of the round. They rarely lose them. Over 80% their win rate on Inferno T-side when they get the first kill. Blades flying round into carpet. Senia lurking left, hasn't found one. Checks right, does find one. Exchange of fire is slightly awkward, but he gets away without any life being lost. Meanwhile, back where the bomb is, 3-man, 4-man push now along Banana. It's just Vincere who's sitting top mid, causing a bit of a distraction. He's going to go down to Forest fairly shortly if he carries on where he is. Meanwhile, actually, Vincere picks up the frag on Forest. Markov just having to hide from those shots. Vincire's picked up 2 on the other side, but they've pushed 4 men inside this Banana site. So fantastic distractions from Vincere. He finally goes down to Dalpan, who had to watch his 6 inside CT spawn. And he's now got a remarkable job on. He was 4v1. He's now 1v3. Starix, Markelov, Edward, and Starix picks the shot out of the bag. 11-3, and the Ukrainians are cruising.
Cruising they are. They have to keep their focus, though, on this one. This is, if you're just joining us, map number 1 of the grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 6 Global Challenge here in Kiev, Ukraine. The home spot, I guess you can say, of Navi. Actually, not anymore, but previously this was their training base. They had actually in the back here we have a row from the land center itself, the tables. One it says Navi training place on the side of it, which is now empty and got no PCs on it. But still, you know, this is most definitely what they would call home territory of the Cybersport Arena. The fans are all Navi fans. I don't really think that there are many SK fans, and if they are, they're probably scared of being too loud. Anyway, here we go. Push coming down Banana. Facing Delpan will be dropped. There's another one right in there with him. That was Robin. Forrest will double up. That's given him somewhat of a chance. He needs to get himself that AK. He will definitely want an AK. However, Senya is going to plant the bomb. Markelov is watching. Oh, Forrest is going to take out Markelov. He gives us a 1 versus 1. Senya has to win this one. Otherwise, that would be a 4 versus 1 that Forrest would clutch to win the round. He's going to come from the back side. Senya still inside of Big Pit. It's the final round, don't forget, so Senya knows that Forrest is going to be coming for this one. Forrest has got literally 5 seconds to get in there and do something. We do see Senya wait here. He's going to poke out at the perfect time. Gets the kill. 12-3 at the half-time to the Ukrainians. And the biggest point about this scoreline is SK won the pistol.
You're right. You know, of the 3 rounds they won, one of them was the first one. And it wasn't even like they went on and won the next 2 either. So there's the man himself, zero gravity lead of the Ukrainian Navi team, just giving a few instructions out, a few words of encouragement. And it's actually SK that need the words of encouragement right now. They need to pull this back. But you know what? Robin's such a fantastic team leader. It won't matter to them. They'll deal with this calmly, as you can see. They're not going to...
Not much being spoken
right now.
But that's what happened against Moscow 5. They were 12-3 behind on Mirage.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
SK basically was saying, okay, we're ready right from the very get-go. They literally needed 2 minutes and they were ready to go again. And we saw them come back to win that one. They needed an overtime to do it, but still a great, great performance from them. And there we go again. Robin says SK are ready. Navi are also ready. And we are going to be kicking this one off momentarily. The second half, Navi, they're just 4 rounds away from taking the first map and putting themselves into a almost perfect position, because, you know, best of 3 still could mean SK win 2 maps in a row after that. However, their train is pretty strong against SK as well. So, you know, this is a big one for SK Gaming. We are going to get the restarts coming in. It's 12-3. SK have got a massive job to do, Red Eye.
They certainly have as we get underway in the Pistols. Who is the Mistal Pasta in round number 1 of the second half? We shall find out any moment now. And don't forget, just Dream Team updates. Not good if you've got, and who hasn't got him, get right in their side. 2 for 13 in the first half. Need a much better display.
It's almost like SK's score.
Player. Yeah, wasn't far off, was it? So, pistol time. Time for SK to go huge in this first round if they want to play any more part in the outcome of this first map in the grand final at the Intel Extreme Masters Season 6 Global Challenge in Kiev. Here we go then. Zeus having to run away and hide a little bit in that banana side. He may have heard some footsteps plodding along that banana walkway. and the only footsteps he will have heard are Robin's, because he's the man who's furthest forward along there, but it is a fake push on Banana, and Zeus is going to find that out right now because he's already pushed a box at top of Banana. 3 men currently sitting mid.
There was Zeus.
Forrest going down to Zeus, who was at the top of that Banana area, as we said. They've decided that's not going to be the entrance point. Now they are going to push towards this netted site. 24 seconds remaining. Need to make this one a very calculated and risk-free assessment into this netted bomb site. Not going to happen though. Markaloff with a double. Starix comes in with a headshot. Edward finishes things off. And SK Gaming say goodnight to Inferno. This one's Navi's for the losing.
It certainly is, and you can see Zero Gravity there. He's like, what did I tell you? I told you that was going to work. That was the expression we saw on his face, and drinking his water like a boss. Like literally half a bottle in one go. It's exciting times for Navi as a team, and certainly for their manager as well. There's nothing better than that feeling and managing a team to victory when you're in that kind of position. Anyway, this round we are seeing SK with Deagles in hand. Let's not write them off just yet. We saw Deagles in the last second round in the first half from Navi. There was, granted, 1 AK in the midst of things as well. But these things can happen, but not when you do things like that. Forrest going to team kill Delpan. Edward will drop face. Where are the rest of the SK team? I couldn't even get around to it quickly because Edward has absolutely ripped through that push. 14 rounds to 3. If we look at the scoreboard, 0, 0, 0, 0, -1 for SK Gaming. That tells a horrible story from their point of view. It means no bomb plants either, and no cash.
It's like the start of a plough mix when I play. That's the sort of position.
It's like the end when I play.
-1 is usually how I start. It's how I roll. So here we go then. 2 away from map point, but not match point. Edward with the opening frag. Markaloff with the second. They're just going to roll them through here without a single reply. Indeed, not a single reply. No resistance whatsoever. Game over as far as Inferno is concerned. Navi have almost got this one in the bag, and SK, I think, are just going to surrender this nice and easily. Move on, get this one out of their mind, get on to the second map.
Or
we have the most
win the next 12 rounds in a row.
Do you know, it has happened before with these two, and it's happened on Inferno as well. It has gone to double overtime before between these two on this very map.
It somehow wouldn't surprise me to see it, and as a commentator, as a fan, that's something that you really want to have. Here we go. First kill will be going the way of the Ukrainians. This could well be their final round here on Inferno. Flashes rolling into the bottom of the banana. Zeus and Markaloff did take a bit of damage. Actually, Zeus down to half, but that initial kill will be the real big thing for them. There is Delpan to bring one back. Senior actually coming through the smoke. He will be taken down. Is there anyone else to defend over by the B site? Yes, there is. The new man in the middle, the man calling the strats. Starix will grab himself one. There's Markaloff. It leaves just Face all alone here to clutch a 1 versus 3 and keep SK in this game. He's taken down Edward. Good start to that one. The second man that he's looking for is on the end of Banana. 47 seconds of the round. They both come out together. Perfect coordination between the remaining two Navi players. 16 rounds to 3. I did not expect to be saying that scoreline at the end of the first map here. An absolutely solid performance from Navi, and it's that good old snowball effect once again. SK picking up pistol, thinking, yes, doing awesome, and then they lose the second round. And it's all downhill from that point of view, from you know, a mental state. You've really got to be strong to get back from that.
Yeah, you have. And players look like they're going to go and have a quick break. We're not, though. We're going to stay here with you, the lovely viewer. Thanks for tuning in all week, actually. It's been a fantastic week of Counter-Strike, fantastic week of League of Legends and of StarCraft 2, actually. I really enjoyed some of the StarCraft 2 quarterfinals last night. Particular mention for Feast. Came through 11 qualifiers just to get here in the first time, and then managed to come through a group with Hero in it and knock him out. So phenomenal for him. I know he lost yesterday 3-1 in a quarterfinal, but that guy, 17 years old from Belgium, is going to be around for a long time. I think he could be a really big superstar in the future, and I told him so yesterday. So yeah, all the games have been fantastic. We've had League of Legends, of course. Russia Mother Russia versus the United
USA.
States.
Yeah,
I mean, it couldn't have
be any
the scripts were like, you know, when Carmack came to us with the script, he's like, what do you think of a Russian-American final, yeah, for low? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. What about SK versus Navi home side? I was like, yeah, that could be good, yeah. How about a Korean versus a Ukrainian in the StarCraft? I was like, yeah, that looks quite good, yeah.
It didn't really...
No,
it went to plan completely, pretty much for us here, and hopefully for you guys at home, you know, a great final that we've seen so far here. If you're a Navi fan, if you're an SK fan, look away now. We're going to be going to a quick commercial break here in just a second. When we come back, it will be the second map. SK are going to take a quick break and talk about what has gone wrong for them. They certainly need to do that. Of course, Train is map number 2, and we'll be back here in just a few moments.
Phil, have you found opponents already? Phil? Phil! Do we have an opponents yet? Phil? Phil! You're not fantasizing about my girlfriend again, are you?
Something is not right.
Don't worry, man. Phone, get down! Fast, fast! Make the switch!
Got him.
I can't play with details? Not bad, huh?
I think it was this guy over here.
Gaming is in the details. BenQ XL Series and RL Series.
Once in a great while, something new comes along, and nothing is ever the same again. For computers, that moment is now. The second generation of Intel Core processors. Stunning visuals, intelligent performance. When you see it, you'll know it. And when you use it, you'll feel it. This is Visibly Smart.
If Team Navi had ultra fans, you know, these ultra hardcore ones with the scarves, you know, from European stadiums, this guy next to me would be their leader. World, please say hello to Bogdan, Navi's biggest fan. Привет.
Привет.
Слушай, ты сколько лет, and he's obviously Ukrainian, I'm going to translate. Ты сколько лет уже за Navi болеешь? How long do you support Navi?
1,5 года.
So 1.5 years already. Как это началось, что ты болеешь за Нави?
Ну, короче, брат меня привел сюда в арену, и я, короче, начал увлекаться Counter-Strike'ом, и потом я увидел, что есть украинская команда. Я из-за нее сразу начал болеть, я даже не знал, что она много выигрывала, и начал за нее болеть. А потом узнал, как она еще выигрывает, это вообще порадовало очень много и хорошо.
So his brother took him here to the arena, to the club. He started playing Counter-Strike. He noticed that there is a Ukrainian team. He didn't even know that they were world-class players. He started cheering for them, and then basically it got better and better. Кто самый лучший игрок на команде Нави?
У меня нету самых лучших игроков в команде Нави. Все очень хорошо стреляют, каждый по-своему, каждый выполняет свое то, что он должен делать. Вот видите, и поэтому сейчас СК проиграли Ди Инферно 16-3. Все доказало, что и должно быть.
So I asked him which player is the best on Team Navi. He said there is not one best player. They all play very well, they all shoot very well. And this is the reason why they rolled Navi 16-3 on D Inferno. А можешь показать, как ты за ними болеешь? Ты там кричишь много. Покажи.
У меня есть кричалка анти-СК. Кто такие тут СК? Тут Нави за царя зажимают, убивают и команды разрывают. Ну, есть еще...
А почему так тихо? Ты так громко там сидишь. Давай погромче.
Кто такие тут СК? Тут Нави за царя зажимают, убивают и команды разрывают.
So that was a little anti-SK chant for Navi. Ну слушай, что хочешь еще сказать тут людям в арене, чтобы поддержка получше была на второй карте?
Ну, чтобы кричали только когда фризитами после раунда, чтобы команде было не отвлекалось, не было тяжело играть во время раунда.
Ты думаешь, это важно?
Да.
So I asked him what he has to say to the crowd here to maybe make the support better. He said after every round, cheer as loud as possible so that they are still focused and that they are better. Хочешь кому-то передать привет? Do you want to say hi to anyone?
Да. Я хочу передать привет своим друзьям Андрею Чижику из Ирпеня, Коле Василенко из Ирпеня, Димону Кузнецову из Ирпеня, Артему, потом Арабеске, Араиму, своему брату, ну и друзьям из арены, там, Арчу привет, там, Скайсу и всем, и Нави очень большой привет, и своим родителям, и всем моим друзьям я хочу передать привет. Привет вам, болейте за Нави.
Ты будешь когда-то игроком Нави? Will you be one day a Navi player?
Я не знаю, это вариант, но я хочу добиться успехов, потому что задрочу нормально, так именно по 5, по 6, по 7 часов в день.
He says one day he would like to. So we're going to have to talk to Mr. Kohanovsky about that. He maybe will draft you someday. Может, когда-то с Kohanovskим. Ну что, ребята, аплодис для него, да? Большой в мире, самый большой в мире фанат Navi. So this is it from Navi's biggest fan. Let's go back to the commentators for map 2.
On February 6th, 2012, the Intel Extreme Masters conquers new ground. After 6 years of pro gaming action, we're going to South America for the very first time. Sao Paulo, Brazil will be the 5th stop on this year's IEM circuit, and it's going to be a mecca for StarCraft fans. 16 of the world's best players will be battling out in a StarCraft-only tournament, fighting for $21,000 in prizes, the Brazilian crown, and of course, the final spot in the World Championships in Hanover. So be sure to come to Sao Paulo Campus Party or to tune in live on February 6th to the streams at ESL.tv.
So welcome back. And Bogdan, #1 fan from Navi.
Mini Markelov.
Yeah, that's great to see. We talked about it a few times in there, and he can actually talk for a kid as well. He's like...
Yeah, he sounds like he's already had 50 a day, though, isn't he? He's like, brilliant. Fantastic support. I love seeing stuff like that. It's fantastic to see youngsters coming through, and we need more of them, because, let's face it, Counter-Strike's been a while, it's been around for a while now, and new blood is always good. Always good. And passion as well. Love the passionate support that these guys have out in the Ukraine. It is fantastic. So, Mini Markelov in the crowd. Big Markelov is the man I'm looking forward to seeing in train. Should be A very good map, this one. They've always played very well, both teams on this map as well. And we think we've really spoken about SK too much. And that, to be honest, there wasn't an awful lot to speak about, was there, in the first map? 16-3, Get Right didn't play very well. No one played very well. And at times it seemed like one of the SK boys had joined Na'Vi. He was killing his own team so much. So nothing going right for them other than the pistol round. This time round on Train, everything needs to go right, otherwise this is going to be a 2-0 whitewash. Just go over the last times they played. It wasn't that long ago, actually, back in November, a DreamHack winter on Train went to overtime, Na'Vi winning that one 25-23. Before that, you have to go all the way back to the summer DreamHack, where Na'Vi won 16-10. So they have some form here on Train, and before that, the IEM 5 World Final, of course, last year, which Na'Vi won, but they were 15-15 on Train back then. So 2 draws, effectively, if you like, and 1 win. So Train, always going to be the stronger map for Na'Vi. They're a +8 round difference, though, which suggests that actually there's not much in it. There was only a +3 round difference in their 3 meetings on Inferno, as we head into the opening round, which will be Knife. Joe, what do you want to do?
Round.
The knife, the really interesting, amazingly, absolutely extraordinarily exciting knife round.
I'm going to do an experiment here. I've got a coin.
All right.
I've got a coin in my pocket,
Okay.
and I'm going to quickly flip it. So here we go then. That's Tails. Tails is SK.
Right.
So it's going to be heads.
Right.
Which means Navi's going to win this knife round.
Right, brilliant. So the sticks are out. They're not knives, they're just sticks. There's no harm being done here, really. It's just all virtual smacking. Forrest, the only man to have got a kill so far. Delpan is going to go down quite quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you. Knife rounds. I mean, what the hell?
Coin.
Flip.
Flip.
Win.
Win. So, here we go. Robin saying almost. Not quite sure that that's so true. But we are going to see Navi now, after winning the knife round. No surprises that they will be starting onto the CT side.
What's that? You say they're starting on CT side?
What a shock. The most one-sided of the mats that we have, you could say.
No,
this
it is.
a great position for Navi to launch their attack on the title.
Absolutely. Statistically is the most biased of all CT maps. And we are almost ready to rock and rumble. This is going to be big. Na'Vi then needing just 1 map to claim the championship here in the Ukraine.
16 rounds away from victory. You see a little bit of motivation there going through the SK team. They've had their break in between. They went outside, got some fresh, cold air, and that's, you know, something that should be a bit of a changer for SK. I hope that they manage to put that last map out of their heads, because it doesn't matter anymore. They have to go for this one. It's Train. It's SK versus Navi. We're going to kick it right off. So, pistol round here. SK starting out on that T side after losing the knife are going to push very early on in towards this inner bomb site. The question is, where are the first kills going to come from? SK are already in that site, but they've already lost the first man as well. Bomb will be planted by the Swedes, but look at this, Navi coming through. So far not lost a single man. Forrest will change that, but you have to wonder for how long. Senior headed down towards the defuse. Forrest will go down to Zeus, and that is Navi's dream start on Train, starting the strongest side, winning the pistol. It's game on for them.
Hi, SK Gaming. This is called Counter-Strike, and the aim of the game is to plant the bomb and make sure that it goes off. So I'd point that out.
Oh, cheeky little wink there from Robin to face.
Yeah, people were saying online, oh,
hey,
they look nervous and they're looking shaky and stuff. No, they're not. They're not looking like that at all. These guys are model professionals. They've been in this game for a long time. Even Get Right seems to have been around for, like, ever already.
And he's only 14.
Exactly. And Robin's been there for at least 123 years. So these guys have got plenty of experience between them. They're not going to be panicking right now. They know exactly what they're doing. Taking a little bit of extra time in this second round. Okay, so we have a small problem with one of the Na'Vi players, despite the fact that they've won the opening round. That doesn't bode well, does it? But we are now back live. So heading into round 2 then. SK not going to panic. They know what they need. They know how much they're going to have to pick up. And Face starts things off nicely. They have fought second round as well. Galil in from Face as started things off nicely for the Swedes here.
That's because Robin winked at him.
I think it might have been. It might have helped. It was a super wink. Oh, Senia and Zeus, though, have got themselves one each, and Zeus gets himself a second on the stairs. Delpan knew where he was as well and should have picked him up. Oh, Face, though, a lovely shot on Edward. I thought Edward was odds-on favourite to win that particular battle. And now, to sort of sort it all out, we're at 3 versus 2, make that a 3 versus 1. Markelov gets rid of Face, and Robin's now last man standing, and needs to go massive. Monster massive. In the White Halls. On his own. Jack Jones, as they say. Sinia, Zeus, and Markelov. All still alive for the Ukrainians as Robin creeps out towards the outer bomb site. And there's the final shot around. That was tense, wasn't it?
It was. It was all quiet.
He sort of went, oh,
the crowd was like,
jumped.
And then...
So, 2-0 then, and that was far from simple, though, Joe.
Far from simple. It was a decent round from SK, but the problem was they went for the weapons in that round number 2. And again, it didn't work out for them. That's going to make sure that they are on a full eco here. Only Glocks across the board for the Swedes. Are they going to be able to do anything about this round? I assume taking a little bit of time to talk about their future plans, because currently they are 2-0 behind. It's still very, very early stages, of course, but you know, Train is one of those big momentum maps for the CT side. Once they get into the swing of things, it's really hard to stop them. And that's something that Navi will be looking to capitalize on here, as SK will make their way onto this outer bomb site. First 2 kills coming the way of Navi. Nice work there from Delpan. It took almost a full Glock clip for him to get that kill, but he is still alive until Zeus rolls a grenade in there. 3-0 Navi. Look at that scoreboard as well. Senia 7-0, Zeus 7-0, Starix 2-2, Markelov 1-0, Edward 1-2 for SK's Face with 2. Forrest with 1, Delpan with 1, and Robin and Get Right 0 for 3 down at the bottom. However, SK now will have somewhat of a chance to get back in the game. Let's see what their opening setup is going to be like. Lots of grenades actually going out. Flash towards T middle to slow SK down, just in case they got those good spawns and went for the rush. Actually, they didn't, but they're going straight into this outer area anyway. Edward is going to pick up frag number 1. There is another one for Edward. Starix is going to take himself a frag. There's a second for Starix as well, and it's now all on Delpan. I can't even get around fast enough for him. SK being just demolished through the push there, absolutely ripped to pieces.
Yep, they are. I mean, obliterated, absolutely obliterated off the map right now. And they need some inspiration to SK, and usually that's provided by their team captain in the way of words of wisdom, but also by some magical play by one of their other star players. They have all-star players, there's no doubt about that. Robin then through the smoke, immediately rushes through and does manage to get to the other side of the walkway. And I'm not even sure that the Navi players worked out that that happened, actually. Not entirely convinced they were. Zeus was perfectly placed for Face, who gets a face full of M4. 2 more men pop down that far side. Zeus will nail 1, Starix gets the other 2. He'll get a hat-trick from the round. And that'll be all she wrote for round number 5, without reply.
5 out of 5. You have to feel that, I don't know, SK, if they weren't already down in the dumps after being completely and utterly taken to pieces on Inferno, 16-3 was that first map score, that their heads are down. They've had that time in between, but we've not seen much. Don't forget that this is one of those big CT-sided maps, so maybe if SK get themselves still 2, 3, even 4 if they're feeling good on this side, then it's definitely not all over. These teams at this level can 15-0 each other, and that's the thing about Counter-Strike at the top level. It can happen when someone finds their form. However, from SK's point of view, they're not seemingly on form today, from what we've seen so far at least. Double AWP defense again from Navi, Starix and Markelov with those 2 AWPs. Zeus watching the inner, Starix will watch lower ramp with that AWP. Markelov is over by Ivy as well. And SK need to make the opening kills happen. And as I say that, Senya will rack up the first two from Team Middle. Another one for Edward. Senya going to spray through the wall. Delpan is actually down really, really low. His flashes and smoke weren't really on point from that. It's Get Right, actually, that's there as well. And he will finally get himself onto the scoreboard. I think that was his first. Yep, but it's going to be his last of this round. Starix will pick him off. Delpan is the last man left alive. Bit of a duel down the long corridor there between Delpan and Markelov. Delpan comes out on top, but 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb, which is some kind of saving, well, I say saving grace, more of just a nice thing for him, because he's not going to get anywhere near a bomb site with 15 seconds in a 1 versus 3. The question is, are Navi hunting? They are indeed hunting. And they're going to check that T-spawn side is not to that side. He is, yeah, Edward's going to guess right at some point, as that bomb is not going to be planned to target. Saved, and Edward comes straight over the top, and he even managed to take the AWP in the very, very last split second of what was left of that round. Forrest looks subdued, to say the least. 6-0.
Deary me. If anything could have gone worse in that round, I don't know what it would have been, because to have lost the round, to have been 3 versus 1, to have an AWP in hand and then lose it in the last second as well as die, it wouldn't have gone any worse, I don't think. Maybe 2 bombs could have gone off. I don't know. Navi then 6-0 up, and cruising again in the second map. They've just carried on where they left off from map 1. They've got the momentum on their side. They've got the strategies sorted out. The change of in-game leader has really paid off here, you have to say. Really paid off. Or is it that time of year again, Joe? Sorry, it's like this
Zeus
time
is
last
totally
year,
going to be MVP, by the way.
I can't see how he can be beaten right now, and that will annoy the man who is currently top 2. You know who I'm talking about.
Forever top 2.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems odd that the Ukrainians seem to come to life at the start of the year. They did that last year as well, didn't they? 4th here in the European Championships, then went on to win the IEM 5 World Finals for a 2nd consecutive season. Are they about to make it 3 this year, don't forget? Just a few weeks away, we'll be at CeBIT for IEM Season 6, as Edward does absolute wonders with the M4. Double, easy as you like. And is he going to pick up 3? Oh, well, he needs to open his eyes, actually, because he's under the 5 trait, sir, and does pick it up, despite the fact that Delpan should have won that. There's Edward's 4th of the round, and we might as well just sit here and say, wow, 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 Edward.
The Mistle Pastor is back. Without a Mistle this time, though. But still, that was so well played from Edward. He probably should have died. They flashed up there, someone went up the ladder, he still got the kill. And from there, I don't know if you noticed, the bomb was down on top of the 6 train, which is like the most horrible position it could have been for SK at that point. And that is going to mean 7 out of 7 for Navi. Look at the frags as well. It's only Markelov that's really been quiet. That's not because he's playing bad, it's because he's not had a chance to get in on the action.
They've stolen all his kills.
Zeus, Starix 9 for 2, Edward 9 for 3, Robin currently 0-7, Get Right 1-7. Zeus is going to take down Robin to make him 0 for 8 in round number 8 here. Let's see if SK can get in there and get the bomb down. That's been sorely missing for them. As we have 1 minute of the round to go. Starix will be picked off. That's a great start, but Zeus, the man who's been so informed for Navi this tournament, is on this bottom ramp side, and he is going to be waiting. Markelov will be picked off by Delpan as the smokes come down. We are going to see Zeus go through, but SK are ready for it. They've got him on lockdown. Edward actually going to pick up this AWP, and this is going to be the first round of the second map for SK Gaming. And you've got to start somewhere, I suppose, but after winning the 8th round, it's not exactly the record that you want from this terrorist side. But it's a round nonetheless, and that is something that SK will cherish. But they can't sit on it, they need more than one. And here we go, Edward will take on Delpan, trying to hold on to these weapons, moving through. And it does look like the bomb will go off. Sorry, I just switched away to Senya certified the SK guys, but he did get that kill in the end. But SK give themselves somewhat of a lifeline. Somewhat.
A sliver. That's all it is right now, a sliver of hope. 7-1. We do know, of course, this is, for those of you that don't watch much Counter-Strike, this is a heavily biased map towards the blue side, the counter-terrorist side, and we usually see scores of 12-3, 13-2, sometimes even 15-0, and still see the other team come back. So this isn't over. They can't count their chickens before they've roosted just yet. And just to clear up any confusion on HLTV.org, yes, this is the first official LAN tournament where they changed the in-game leader from Zeus to Starix, and it's made a massive difference. It really has.
To Zeus more than anyone.
Yes, it's freed him of all responsibility in a way, and has allowed him to play his rifle game, and he's been on fire, really, truly on fire. I've not seen really anyone else consistently on fire throughout this tournament. We've had a couple of moments throughout. Theatre on day one, for instance, 2 aces. I think he should have probably featured in the MVP, but who am I? And Get Right has been an absolute monster in some of the other games. Forest as well, on the Forest balcony on Mirage. They've all had their moments, but no one as consistent as Zeus at the very highest level. 40 seconds remaining here in round 9, and, well, SK, I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't think they're sure what they're doing right now. What's the call going to be? Looks like it's going to be White Halls. Well, yeah, they're going to make the push. Eventually going to have to make something do here because they've got 24 seconds remaining. Starix nailing face at that top of the 1 train. Now they pop down low. They're now going to come under fire here from Zeus, who does pick up 1 frag. Starix backing him up. Lovely shot through the 2 train. Robin goes down. Get Right replies back though. AK. Chance here for SK. Thin chance though, because Forest is last man alive. Markelov's picked himself up 1. Oh, Markelov completely blind. Forest takes him down, but Edwards will reply back. Messy end to the round really for Na'Vi, but it won't matter. They lead 8-1, and SK are in all sorts of trouble right now.
Starix man of the round for me there. He managed to get that first pick up on the top side ramp. Then he delayed, basically, even if he did not hit a shot after that, he delayed them so much that Na'Vi had that time to get the rotation in. They really had it going. 8-1, they are guaranteed that lead. And, well, Robin still 1 for 9. Get Right 3 for 8. Not the performances that they need to be with. And, you know, after winning a round and losing the one after, SK are going to be on the eco as Markelov will pick off Forest for frag number 1. They're going to try and rush themselves in towards Markelov's position. Here's Zeus, and this is the kind of round, if you want to finish top of the scoreboard, you're going to mop up quite a few frags, which he is surely going to do. Edward is in there, Starix is in there, Markelov was at the back. 9-1 Na'Vi.
Let's have a little recap as we're 10 through with 5 to go. Zeus 13 and 4 right now.
Not
amazing.
Bad.
Edward,
I'm more impressed with the fact that Na'Vi are, except Markelov, who have not a lot to do, all in double figures.
Yeah. I was looking forward to Markelov on this map, but it seems almost like SK don't want to bother going anywhere near him.
Well, would you?
No.
If I knew Markelov had that AWP, I'd be running the opposite direction.
Indeed. So, Starix and Markelov continue with ops apiece. And SK on a full buy. Spraying through the walls is having no effect whatsoever, by the way. Not that they can hear us. Not that they can see the health bars on the other side. Actually, they chip off a little bit of health from seeing it as they make their way through past the first ramp on inner. And are now going to march their way towards Markelov's AWP. This could be very dangerous. Here we go then. Is it domino dancing for SK on the top ledge? Markelov waits. Had to just jump out of the way from the flash there. Oh, actually he saw him, didn't land the first shot, now blind. He's got to wait and wait and wait to clear. Finally it clears, he does land 1. Edwards got 2 though in the middle of that, and Markelov nails the last one. And you know what? Switch it up all you like, they ain't getting in those bomb sites. Na'Vi 10, SK 1.
That was SK's fault that happened. They smoked, I mean, HLTV doesn't always display the smokes and stuff correctly. He was flashed at first, and if you're wondering why they didn't just shoot him in the face, there was a smoke down in front of those guys, but he could see to the right-hand side of the ledge, which is why he just basically had free shots to pick off whoever he wanted. And look at this, SK are going to chill for a while in spawn. They don't want to take a timeout just yet, which I don't blame them when they're on an eco. It's not like they really have a chance anyway. So use this time that they've got, have a little bit of a talk about what's going to be going wrong for them, which is at this point pretty much everything, and what they need to change, which is not, in my opinion, not 100% in their control, because Na'Vi are so good today. Every single one of them.
When you said what they need to change, in my mind ran through the word lineup, but I think that would be quite mean. think that's what a lot of people watching
They
this
need
will
to
think, but
change
they don't.
opponents. That's the thing.
They
Navi,
do
they're so good today. There he is. Look, Mistel Pasta again. Taking down Get Right. And where was the last one? It's Forrest, who seems to be forever alone at the end of these rounds. And he's going to be finished off by Zeus. 11-1 Navi. I'm glad I always get to commentate the ecos, by the way, in this one.
Yeah, what's that all about? Do you want to take the next one?
Nah, it's okay.
Oh.
I just want to watch and say wow a lot.
Wow.
I seem to have done that far too often. The worst thing as a commentator you can really say is wow too often.
Yeah, that's why I did the triple wow early.
But I'm pretty wowed in this game.
11-1 then, Navi comfortable here. And don't forget, just 5 rounds away now from claiming an Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge here at Kiev. 5 rounds, that's all they need. And Robin has started things off nicely here. Cinia, though, says no, and take a seat. Robin and Face combining back to give them an advantage. Markolov, though, picks up one, won't get the second. Starix gets chopped. Markolov, though, again on Face. Oh! Nearly nailed the man falling off the top. He won't know where he is, and gets the shot on Get Right with the Deagle as well. And Markolov, this is the Markolov show. Can he take it on his own here? This was a 3 versus 1. Markolov now versus Delpan. It's AWP versus AWP. I don't even know if Delpan does have an AWP, actually. Let's see if we can find him. In a bomb site for Delpan. That was the cleverest thing he could have done, was get that bomb planted. And Markolov has switched over to the AK. Sensible. So, stunning couple of shots from Markolov. Triple on top of that train. On top of the 5. Has now made his way on the inner bomb site. Delpan does have AWP in hand.
Risky business.
This is going to be a very, very close run thing. One shot is all he'll get on this one. As they creep towards that bomb now. Bomb has got 11 seconds, got to make a go for it. Oh, Delpan misses the shot, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. This is going to be very close. It's very close, but I think he's got it. Markolov on the bomb, 4 versus 1, wins the round. Navi are absolutely in control here, and when Markolov wants to step it up, boy, you can believe he will.
Ridiculous play from Markolov. So good. I mean, that AWP shot that he actually finished off with the Deagle afterwards was, if he'd have hit that shot as well, that would have been one of the most talked about clutch situations ever. That was so amazing from Markolov. 12-1 is the score. Navi on cruise control right now. Markolov going to get himself to Ivy. Are we going to see some more greatness from Markolov? Wisely will flash back as he runs away out of position. Robin is going to get himself onto the outside. Will claim his first frag of the round as Markolov will bring it back onto Face. Here comes the push though from SK trying to get into the back. Great shot from Robin. Actually will make it 3. It's now the Robin show as I curse him instantly and we go down to a 2 versus 2. Forrest and Get Right against Senior and Starix. There is Senior. Get Right going to jump up onto the 5 train, but he's got 2 to find. Bomb is down. I don't even know where right now, and his aim was off there. Senior going to hold his cool. It's 13-1. Final round of the first half. Navi, I don't know what they were drinking this morning or what they had for breakfast.
Weetabix.
Yeah, they are. Look, they're so good. They're so good right now.
Solid, I think, is the...
SK are not having the best game of their
they're
lives.
Not.
Navi, they are, you have to say, the better team here.
They are exceptional right now. I think the thing for me, the key point here, is that Edward he's been just as good as he always is. Markolov, when you need him, he's there. Starix has nailed some great shots. Zeus has been fantastic, almost MVP. The biggest difference, though, of this team for me today, rather than yesterday or the day before, is Senior now stepping up. 14 for 3 on this first half, and that's the difference. They're all playing well, not just 2 or 3 of them, all of them are playing well, and that's why SK just can't get a grip of this map right now. 1 for 1 though, make that 2 for 2. They're 3 versus 3 now as Senior picks up another frag to go 15 and 3, finally gotten rid of by Forrest's AK, and Starix replays back on Forrest. They're now 2 versus 2, trading blows all the way through round number 15. Really desperate round here from SK. They really need this one. Robin and Get Right remaining. Starix and Zeus for Navi. This is actually anyone's... Oh, my goodness, Starix, what the heck were you thinking? Scared the life out of me, and he scared the life out of himself. What an absolutely massive mistake that might have been. He's ruined it because Zeus has actually gone down now, and we've now got a 1v1. Starix redeems himself and wins the final 1 and a half. And would you believe it?
Bogdan is on his feet.
Whoa, what an amazing end to the half. Navi 14, SK Gaming 1. They're 2 rounds away from a title.
What a game, though. It's 14-1, but it's been a brilliant game. We've seen so many amazing moments in this one.
Joe, right?
And it's not over yet.
No,
it's not over yet.
We always hope as commentators and fans of the game to get those kind of close games, those ones where they trade off a few rounds, it goes to overtime, there's 6 triple overtimes afterwards, it delays people's flight. We love those kind of games, but likewise, I also have to think you have to appreciate when a great team are in great form and playing the socks off the other team, and they absolutely are right now.
Yeah, and the thing, I have a look down the scoreboard here at the half-time, and everyone from Navi above 14 frags on the board, and no one, I guess, with more than 6 deaths, that maybe even 5 deaths, because they just played a round after they switched as well. So just a great overall team performance from everyone. Senia stepped it up. Zeus has been fantastic. Starix and Markelov, they've been hitting above 80%, I'd say. And then, of course, you have Edward, the missile pastor, who's, I guess, become one of my new favourite players after that. Not that he wasn't anyway, since I've called him Pistol Master for a long time. And here we go then, 14-1. We are going to have the restarts coming into the second half of the second map. If you're just joining us, Navi won map 1 on Inferno, 16-3. They are currently just 2 rounds away from becoming the champions of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge Kiev. And we are going to kick off now with a pistol round. SK need this one.
Here we go then. Second pistols. Always important, but never more so when you're only 2 rounds away from not just the map or the match, but the entire kit and caboodle. The trophy is just 2 rounds away for the Ukrainians on home soil. It would be not just a historic victory, but an emotional one for them as well. Forrest waiting on the inner bomb site right now. HE just exploding to the side of him, will take off some health, actually double there. He might just get himself a kill. No, Edward picks up the first one. Robert and Face, though, started things off nicely here for SK. Got themselves a pair, but bomb now planted, and the pressure will switch across. Face gets a double in there. Cini, the only man to stand up to him, and Get Right gets in for the final kill. Game on, SK Gaming. They're now going to win the pistols, and that was absolutely vital for them.
Yeah, that was, without being Captain Obvious again, that was game over if they'd have lost that one. However, SK still have so much work to do. They literally need to win this half 15-0 to win the game, or 14-1 for a draw, which would throw us over into an overtime. So they've still got work to do. They still have to keep themselves very solid. You can see Starix there in the middle, barking out the orders to his teams, and they've got the bomb down. They got 3 kills. We may see, no, we're not going to see that second round, by no reason really for Navi to be risking anything with their money situation. They can play this one solid and just hope to crawl over that line, but they can't let the likes of Forrest, of Get Right, and of Face, the inner side defender here, get themselves on a roll, because that will really throw the game off for Navi. But here we go, Ukrainians headed in towards this inner bomb site. So you're actually just sauntering halfway across that room, but SK got this one on lockdown. There shouldn't be too many worries in and amongst it all. Edward did manage to get 1 kill, but that will be able to be swiftly dealt with by Face to bring us to 14-3.
So those 2 rounds just tantalisingly close for Navi, but do prove very difficult to come by on T-side train, it has to be said. Here we go then. Just checking to see whether
third round buy.
There is a third round buy, and there is a third round buy. So here we go then. Game on for Navi here. Move to that 1. You'd imagine the pressure will just go stratospheric as far as the Swedes are concerned. Early kills from Robin though. That's a good start. Although Senia and Starix have got themselves one. Senia has got himself a second here. And Navi on the verge as Markelov chimes in with a 4th. Last man standing will be Face. He has put up some resistance here on Markelov though. 3 versus 1. Massive time for Face. Has to go huge here. And does go huge. Picks off Starix. This is on now. 2 down, 2 to fight. Little bit of health remaining here for Senia as well. As Edward is on 71. Fake defuse coming in. No one back at pop, so Face just moves away. Oh, he does get the shot in on Senia. That's not the best one, though. Edward does have a little bit more health. Bomb still ticking away. Where is he? Face is going to have to try and find him. He's going to have to back away, though. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. The bomb is going to blow, and Face is not going to be able to pull this one off. Strange decision in the end because, well, what did he have to lose really other than a weapon? 15-4. It's game, set and match point to the Ukrainians.
15-3. Actually, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry for that was my fault. I think you said 15-4. Sorry, but 15-3 it is. Navi now have so much time to chill with in this game.
Championship points.
Yeah, and you can see the money for SK. They've been severely hindered by losing third round. Couple of kits. We've got a scout with Delpan, which is going to be, you know, his sniper of choice for this one. At least he can run quickly around the map with the scout in there.
It's a mini orb.
If Delpan shoots heads, then it's fine. But I don't know. I'm not sure how this one's all going to work out. It's not like SK really have a choice, to be quite honest. Here we go, though. Face, who has been the man of the side for SK so far, he's 9-1 at the top of the scoreboard. Just spamming up towards the balcony there, actually, in Whitehalls. And Navi are quiet again. Face is down to 13, so despite losing that one man, it shouldn't be too hard to take down Face in and amongst everything. SK have actually got 3 men outside. Here is Delpan with that scout. He's going to get clipped down to 1 HP. Oh, he nearly fell off there. Oh, what a shot onto Markelov. Did he actually hit me? I think he did hit the guy there going down. Forrest will mop up Senya. Here is Delpan, who misses like the easiest shots in his life. Get Right has dropped Edward, and it's now all on Starix. Get Right is going to win that round, but that could have been a little bit dangerous if Delpan had have not picked that guy off in mid-air. But SK, they're still in it. They're still ticking. 15-4 is the score.
Barely breathing on life support. Needing to take the small matter of the next 11 rounds. But if there's a team capable of doing that, it's SK Gaming. There we go then. Round number 20. And plenty of comments coming in on the HLTV. We'll keep an eye on that after this particular round. See how Navi get on now. Looks like a deco this time. Actually, there's one without, but the rest do. Let's just see whether Sinia does have one. No, he doesn't. Oh, Robin! 3 from him. And ace on here. We've only had 4 aces in the entire tournament. Oh, Robin's ace is stolen from Forrest by that final kill. 4 from him, though, from Robin. Nice bit of team work from those two to take out a very straightforward round from Navi. And, yeah, 4 aces, by the way. Khan picking one up in the 3rd place playoff. First time I've seen Khan get an ace for a little while.
Yeah, actually.
I can't actually recall the last time I saw Khan do that. So that was nice. Theatre with 2 of those aces, by the way. And Zayok with the other one for DTS. So 4 aces in the tournament. 3 of them coming on day 1.
Navi with weapons again in this round. Delpan actually only got a FAMAS this time. Might have been better sticking with the scout. And here we go. Zeus with frag on over 1. We saw that one as he takes down Face, who is second on the scoreboard at the moment, but he's done a great job of holding this inner bomb site. He could be the man that makes the difference for SK in this matchup. Navi are still, though, in their opening stages of the strategy that they want to execute. The bomb's still right back towards the T-spawn. Sania is down the end by Ivy. Zeus pushed up in Whitehalls. They're maybe going to wait for another kill before they actually decide to push. Actually, no, Edward is going to come in as well. And it looks like Navi want to execute over towards this inner bomb site. Smokes are going to go down. Will they follow, or is it a fake? It's definitely not a fake. The rest of Navi are going to work their way in. Edward going down that lower ramp actually will get flashed up, backs away nicely. However, will they be able to hold on to it? SK have rotated over towards this site, and here comes the push now towards the outer area. Will Navi catch SK out of position with this one? It looks like Starix will be able to get the bomb down very quickly in this round as Edward and Markelov get 2. They're just 2 frags away from victory. Robin and Delpan remain. Delpan, we're going to stick with him. He's got the most HP. He's the last man alive. Starix will take him out, and Navi win the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge here in Kiev. A great performance. 16 rounds to 3 on Inferno. 16 rounds to 5. That could have been a lot worse if SK had not picked up this second pistol. And you have to hand it to Navi. There's Bogdan on stage with his team. you know, future Navi player obviously is Bogdan. But you have to hand it to Navi. They have just come out and played so good. They said we are the champions there, by the way.
Can't take anything away from them, can you? I know a lot of people look at this and they'll say, well, you know what, SK underperformed. And they did underperform. I think they'll be disappointed with the way they played. I think that man there, Get Right, will be very disappointed with the way he played. And they never really got started. I mean, they got that first pistol round on Inferno on map 1, but other than that, they really just didn't get out of the blocks. They didn't have any consistency. They didn't have any team plan. When they did, Na'Vi were just too good for them at those points. And I don't think this is necessarily SK being absolutely terrible, although they weren't on their best. I think you have to give credit where credit's due. Na'Vi were absolutely sensational today. They were perfectly ready for it. And the players that didn't perform in the last few days stepped up to the plate and performed. And Zeus was just absolutely phenomenal yet again. So was Edward, but so did the other players. You know, Starix has played a really important role in the change of leader. And for me, Sinea, who was the weakest link over the last few days, well outside the top 20 players of this tournament, stepped up in the final. And for me, that was the biggest difference for the guys in Na'Vi. They had a full team out, and they never looked weak. It didn't matter who was left. It could have been Markov, it could have been Edward. It just didn't matter. They had an answer for absolutely everything that SK threw at them, tactically and in terms of aim.
And that's a great start to 2012 for Navi. They're going to be thinking, okay, next event for us, Intel Extreme Masters World Championships.
3 in a row?
At CBIT. 3 in a row. That would be an incredible feat, to be honest, if they're able to pull that one off. But the focus should be here. They were just so good today. I didn't know what to expect coming into this event from Na'Vi. I thought they could, you know, be runaway leaders, or they could really flop out in the group stage with the change of Starix going into the middle, Zeus going outside. You know, Starix, we've seen this tournament open a lot more often than I think we've seen Markelov with that AWP. And it wasn't necessarily a bad thing at all, because Starix hit pretty much everything that we've seen from him today. When we had that double AWP defense, on the final second map on Train, was a real wonder to behold. Markelov, that one round that he managed to pull off, was just incredible. As you mentioned, SK, they're going to be disappointed for sure. No team likes to lose, but I think it's somehow easier to lose a game like that where you can see that you're being outclassed. Don't make any mistake, SK know they were outclassed in that one as well. Rather than losing 2 16-14 games, that's more of a heartbreak. I think this one, they can at least say, something didn't work for us, we have to fix it. But credit to Navi, they've just been on fire today. And I lost my bet, by the way.
Yeah, you did. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Nice, actually. I should put my money more often where my mouth is.
Just to give you a little bit of information, by the way, about the MVP vote, IntelExtremeMasters.com is currently offline. You should follow us on Twitter for updates on that at IntelEM. And they're going to leave the vote up a little bit because the website's down, and we want you to vote after the grand final as well. So you can get your votes in onto that one. I'm going to go and say, I think Zeus is the man to win that one. The 6 players were Zeus, Get Right, Edward, Forrest, Heck, and Gux.
Unofficial MVP, by the way, Theatre.
And the ESL TV page is also down, guys, for the information, just to let you know.
There's so many people on today. It's so busy.
It could well be that.
So yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. I think Edward has been fantastic all the way through, maybe bar one half of map, and that's about all I can remember from him. But Zeus, for me, the most consistent, high performer, is my MVP.
And we're going to be going in to give the guys their checks, their trophies. Don't go anywhere. The Intel Extreme Masters continues soon.
What's the most amazing thing you ever saw? Was it something big or something small? Something old or something new? Or maybe, just maybe, it's something you haven't seen yet. The second generation of Intel Core processors. Stunning visuals, intelligent performance. This is Visibly Smart.
Don't worry, man. Don't get down, fast, fast. Make the switch. Oh, do it now.
Got him.
I can't play with details. Not bad, huh?
I think it was this guy over here.
Gaming is in the details. BenQ XL Series and RL Series.
On February 6th, 2012, the Intel Extreme Masters conquers new ground. After 6 years of pro gaming action, we're going to South America for the very first time. Sao Paulo, Brazil will be the 5th stop on this year's IEM circuit, and it's going to be a mecca for StarCraft fans. 16 of the world's best players will be battling out in a StarCraft-only tournament, fighting for $21,000 in prizes, the Brazilian crown, and of course, the final spot in the World Championships in Hanover. So be sure to come to Sao Paulo Campus Party or to tune in live on February 6th to the streams at ESL.tv.
We're here on the couch in Kiev with two of the finalists, Face and Ksenia, and our wonderful editor-in-chief of Team Fnatic, Lex. Thank you for stepping in to translate.
No problem.
We have the first major final of 2012 behind us. Face, obviously, you can't be feeling too pleased. But both your teams are going to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship after this. After the defeat, what are you taking to CeBIT, to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships? What are you taking from this defeat as a lesson?
Still, I don't know yet. I mean, we're going to talk about what went wrong in the game, and we're going to go from there, I guess. And it was some time ago that we lost with these scores, so we have to take a chat, I guess, and see what happens.
Sorry.
Вопрос был о том, что, несмотря на то, что обе команды SK Gaming, оба состава по League of Legends и по Counter-Strike получили квоты, тем не менее, финал был, конечно, далеко не самым успешным, и вопрос был такой, что вы извлечете из этого поражения и с чем вы приедете в Ганновер? На что Фейс ответил, что, пока еще непонятно, давно они не проигрывали с таким счетом, и надо будет, конечно, поработать над этим, обсудить все, но не прямо сейчас, а через какое-то время.
Was the playstyle a surprise? Was Navi's playstyle a surprise for you guys? Did they change anything compared to the last games you've played?
I don't know if they changed anything. I mean, you always play a little bit different every time you face the same team. So, I mean, it's possible, but I mean, we were prepared for everything, but the rounds didn't go our way.
Вопрос был такой, когда вы встретились с Нави, изменили ли они свою игру, то есть они вас удивили, может быть, своей игрой? Наш ответ был такой, что, когда они играют против этой команды, или против любой команды, никогда не бывает одинаковой игры, то есть она всегда меняется. Поэтому они, тем не менее, играли свои раунды, но просто не получалось как-то, и да, вот так.
Is there anything you have to say to the fans who are on the stream watching?
Well, I hope we can give you a better final at CeBIT, and I'm quite sure we will.
Что можно сказать фанатам? И на что Фейс ответил: надеюсь, что в финале на CeBIT мы гораздо лучше выступим и порадуем вас.
So, I guess we talked to Ksenia. I think he's anxious to start gloating.
Хорошо, я тогда начну. Сейчас вот прямо, какие у тебя впечатления? Вы победили наконец-то в Киеве на большом турнире, и долгое время вам это не удавалось. Расскажи.
Ощущения сумасшедшие. Прежде всего, огромное спасибо фанатам. Наконец-то вот эта поддержка, которая присутствовала в арене, нам помогла. Мы смогли осуществить свою на данный момент мечту, выиграть турнир, выиграть первый большой турнир в этом году. Ну и я думаю, с вашей же помощью, только уже на отдаленном расстоянии, мы продолжим отлично выступать в этом году. Ну и войдем в историю уже как одна из самых лучших команд по версии Counter-Strike 1.6.
So, Senya says that his feelings are now, it feels crazy. He would like to thank the audience for an amazing applause and an amazing support, and that helped them realize the current dream that they had, and that they hope to keep on going this way and start winning in 2012 to go down in history as one of the best teams in CS 1.6 history.
В финале как-то получилось, конечно, разгромный счет. Вы, наверное, может быть, даже сами не ожидали, учитывая, что многие прогнозировали, что будет минимум 3 карты. Ну, не минимум, в смысле, будет 3 карты. И еще, кроме этого, первые игры у вас всегда надо раскачаться, надо разогреться. Скажи, как вы настраивались перед игрой и как получилось поймать свою игру?
Дело в том, что мы уже давно для себя поняли, что та система проведения, которую предлагает Intel Extreme Masters, а именно сначала групповой этап, а потом по 1-2 карты в день, очень прекрасно нам подходит. Мы можем выспаться, можем обсудить некоторые моменты, можем настроиться на ту или иную команду. И у нас всегда есть силы, так же, как и у команды соперника, отыграть ту или иную игру. Поэтому определенно мы хорошо выспались, настроились на игру с СК, посмотрели игры, знали, представляли, как они могут с нами действовать, ну и показали хладнокровие.
So basically, I actually forgot the question, but I do remember the answer. Senya says that the system that the tournament runs in for Intel Extreme Masters, where you play 3 maps on the first day, then a best of 3 the next day, and then a best of 3 the next day, is something that they really enjoy, because it allows them to rest in between games, it allows them to think more about the upcoming opponents. As I said, rest up, get a good sleep, figure out the tactics, and get really, really ready for every single game. So that really helped them a lot.
Вы попали на этот турнир буквально чудом, потому что некоторые команды не приехали, то есть вас могло здесь не быть. И тем не менее, как бы ваша игра по интернету отличается от того, что вы показали здесь. Расскажи, почему так и как будет в будущем?
Ну, во-первых, настрой. Игры по интернету мы как-то относим, не к той категории, которая вроде как бы и важная, да, ее выиграть, чтобы попасть сюда, но с другой стороны, игра по интернету, ты никогда не знаешь, что с тобой может произойти. Это и проблемы с пингом, и проблемы там с разными версиями Windows, за счет чего, допустим, у меня не работал античит. Там я менял компьютеры, играл на более худшем компьютере. Также ребята живут кто в Харькове, кто там во Львове, разница в пинге очень большая. Ну и, соответственно, действительно попали чудом, хорошо, что настроились на игру Sunexis, попали сюда благодаря Америке или Азии, ну и уже тут показали ту игру, которую мы обычно показываем на лане.
So the question was, you guys came in here almost miraculously by the misfortune of other teams, and you replaced teams because you were the first in line in the qualifier. How did it happen and why? And basically Senya says that they don't like online qualification too much because, first of all, the attitude towards the game is not 100% focus. I got the impression, because it's an online game and it gets you to a tournament, but you don't actually get to win anything. And also, playing online poses a lot of difficulties because they play from different locations. Many problems can occur when you play online, sometimes with ping, sometimes with anti-cheat not working randomly. And therefore, they don't enjoy it so much, but they came here, they showed what they really are worth.
Ну и, наконец, последний вопрос. Зевс продемонстрировал просто выдающуюся игру. Расскажи, что вы сделаете с ним после вот уже турнира, сейчас, когда получите чек, получите кубок, как вы будете его подчивать?
Ну, как обычно, проведем время в каком-нибудь из ночных клубов, отметим победу. Я думаю, не очень сильно, так как, в принципе, ну, мы ведем здоровый образ жизни, так стараемся. Ну, а Зевс, конечно, красавчик, полностью просто отдал капитанство, сел в угол и продемонстрировал индивидуальный класс, то есть, как любой капитан, то есть, продемонстрировал нам, игрокам, как надо играть индивидуально.
So basically the question was first of all about Zeus's performance and then how they're going to celebrate the victory. They said as usual they will probably go maybe celebrate in a club, although they usually try to lead a healthy lifestyle. And as far as Zeus is concerned, Senya gives big props to Zeus because he showed what kind of a captain he is, and he showed an amazing performance, and he displayed to everyone how a player should play in terms of individual skill.
Спасибо вам большое. И какие-то приветы, наверное, фанатам, благодарности спонсорам. Давай.
Огромное спасибо всем, опять же, фанатам. Ребята, вы молодцы. Мы слышали даже сквозь эти огромные наушники вашу поддержку. Еще больше мы слышали в наших сердцах ту поддержку, которую оказывали наши фанаты там, ВКонтакте, с форума и так далее. Ну и спасибо огромное родителям, организации, спонсорам SteelSeries, Антеку и Касперскому.
So, Senya once again expresses his thanks to all the fans, both here and online, on all social media networks and things like that, and the sponsors of the teams. So, that's it. Poor Face has been sitting here listening and waiting until he can actually leave this couch. Now, both players can actually leave this couch. Thank you, Lex. And we'll take a quick bumper and then we will go on with the show.
On February 6th, 2012, the Intel Extreme Masters conquers new ground. After 6 years of pro gaming action, we're going to South America for the very first time. Sao Paulo, Brazil will be the 5th stop on this year's IEM circuit, and it's going to be a mecca for StarCraft fans. 16 of the world's best players will be battling out in a StarCraft-only tournament, fighting for $21,000 in prizes, the Brazilian crown, and of course, the final spot in the World Championships in Hanover. So be sure to come to Sao Paulo Campus Party or to tune in live on February 6th to the streams at ESL.tv.
What's the most amazing thing you ever saw? Was it something big or something small? Something old or something new? Or maybe, just maybe, it's something you haven't seen yet. The second generation of Intel Core processors. Stunning visuals, intelligent performance. This is Visibly Smart.
Once in a great while, something new comes along, and nothing is ever the same again. For computers, that moment is now. The second generation of Intel Core processors. Stunning visuals, intelligent performance. When you see it, you'll know it. And when you use it, you'll feel it. This is Visibly Smart.
Something is not right.
Don't worry, man. Phone, get down! Fast, fast! Make the switch!
Got him.
I can't play with details? Not bad, huh?
I think it was this guy over here.
Gaming is in the details. BenQ XL Series and RL Series.
Phil, have you found opponents already? Phil? Phil! Do we have an opponents yet? Phil? Phil! You're not fantasizing about my girlfriend again, are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ukraine and to Kiev, live all across the world as we are right now from the Intel Extreme Masters in Kiev. We've had a fantastic final in Counter-Strike, and it's time to give some prizes away and some trophies as well. So, without further ado, are we ready for the first team? They played well, they've placed in top 3 before, they came to the Ukraine with high hopes, and they have finished in the 3rd place. Please, a big round of applause for Moscow 5. Okay, also another big round of applause, please, for the Director of Pro Gaming to present the trophies and the checks, Michael Blickarts, aka Carmack. So Moscow 5 receiving $4,500 for 3rd place, having defeated the hot favourites here, Fnatic, in the 3rd-4th playoff. There we are then, 3rd place, Moscow 5. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, excellent 3rd-4th playoff those guys played in against Fnatic. Next up, a team who unfortunately came here with massive expectations, not only from themselves but from their fans as well, and have come up just a little bit short in the grand final. I am, of course, talking about the one and only SK Gaming. Fought hard all the way through the groups, won their group stage, and received prizes of $8,000 for 2nd place here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in Kiev. No one likes being runners-up, but they at least get the satisfaction of the cash. And also pick up a very smart trophy. Let's hear it for the runners-up in Ukraine. It is SK Gaming! Okay, thanks guys, well done, congratulations. So just one more team remains in the Counter-Strike. It is almost like a fairy tale, ladies and gentlemen. They failed originally to qualify, they got in through the back door, they lost in their group stage against their final opponents, and yet here they are, the grand champions of the Intel Extreme Masters. Please, a big round of applause for Navi! A hometown win is always popular. These guys played absolutely amazing in the grand final and were very worthy winners. So, Carmack, are you ready? The hoodie? Let's do the hoodie first. Navi have kindly agreed that they would like to give away a very special hoodie to a super fan. Have we got...
Богдан, ты где? Давай сюда, Богдан. Где он? Маркело, скажи что-то.
Это подарок от всей команды тебе за то, что ты самый крутой фан.
Well done. That's absolutely fantastic, that is. So, without further ado, the winners, your champions of Global Challenge, Navi! Well done. Congratulations, Navi. They are our first champions of the season at the Intel Extreme Masters. A round of applause, please, for Carmack. Fantastic job. And all of the team here at Intel Extreme Masters, all the guys behind the scenes that you don't see, and also thanks to the Cyber Arena sports people as well. They've been fantastic all week, as have you for joining us as well. That's it as far as Counter-Strike is concerned. I'm off to hot-foot it quickly to Kiev Airport and go home. I've had a fantastic time. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to vote for the MVP, by the way. It's still up live. You can still vote for the Counter-Strike MVP. And also, don't forget, more action still to come here. We're not done. League of Legends is next. Also, a grand final of epic proportions. Think Rocky IV, that kind of stuff. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, well, the StarCraft 2 semi-finals. 2 Koreans going head-to-head, 2 Ukrainians going to head. It's going to be an absolute monster of a day. Don't go anywhere.
And he goes jumping in. Amazing round. Great hat-trick from Taz.
He flashes in and Cap feels, but Lina, 20 health left. Oh, no, single flash. The shield clutch. Oh, a blink into all those units. An amazing defense. Champion of the Intel Extreme Masters.